everybody. It's Joe Roberts of wines.com, and I am here with Eric Orange. I call you Orange. I call you Orange. I'm drinking some French wine today.
Indeed.
And Eric is the founder of wines.com, which has something like 8 billion subscribers or something like that.
180,000 as of today.
Which is pretty amazing in wine, and is really the go-to place on the internet in terms of finding wine events, wine gatherings that are happening near you, right, relevant to you.
Food, wine, spirits, and beer, we say. We'll take chocolate, we have coffee, we have tea, tastings,
wow,
all kinds of stuff.
Pretty awesome.
Anything related to food, wine, spirits, and beer.
Awesome. And so I want to spend just a couple minutes with Eric.
Sure.
Who's a local Pennsylvania guy.
That's right.
We got
PA.
Eric brothers. And Eric, so you founded Local Wine Events how many years ago?
We're in our 12th year. We started in 2000. And the idea was to simply put all these kinds of events in one place where people can find out what's going on. And it worked. It's taken off. We get about 1,500 new postings a week, per week around the world. It's predominantly North America, but there's a lot of events going on, and it's grown over the years a lot from the early days of a few big events into what we see today. There's a whole world of wine events going on out there, and I think we scratched the surface in terms of people are looking for things to do. They want to be educated about wine. They're looking local. They want to know what's going on down the street or across the town. Not necessarily what's going on in Palm Beach or Reno or what have you, but all of that information, in my view, just makes it easier for people to get out and try wines, without having to buy a new bottle of something they've never had. It just gives them an opportunity to experience wines, and which is good for all of us. We all grow the business as people drink more wine.
And you're talking ancient history on wine. I mean, it's not over 10 years. Wine blogging is maybe 6 or 7 years old, really, in a way. So you're just out of the toddler stage, right? And in that time, have you found that wine is becoming more social, less social online? I mean, what are you seeing in that social trend? We talk about younger generations coming in, wanting to have exactly the type of experiences that you guys show or lead them to on local wine events. Are you seeing more or less? What are you seeing?
There is definitely a growing trend. I mean, there's several trends that I see that I think are interesting. One is the garage winemaker sort of trend, where you can pay $200 and you're part of a group that make their own wine within somebody's garage.
Good option, Lushes.
It is a good option, but it's also a social aspect. I mean, people are going there. They go to the crush party, they go to the racking party, they go to the bottling party, because it gives them a chance to intermingle with the people that are making wines, and it's a very social thing.
My pharmacist makes wine. Just saying.
And it
doesn't sell at the pharmacy, but he does.
A lot of people are doing that. There's a lot of those companies that popped up over the years. There's a big growth in that. I don't know if they're doing it in Pennsylvania because I'm not sure of the laws, but I know right over in New Jersey there are half a dozen of them that I can think of that are making wine. Again, I just think that wine, obviously wine is a social beverage. I mean, people really enjoy themselves more when they're sitting around sipping some wine. The dinners are great. The big tastings, in my view, the big tastings, a lot of them I think are getting too big. I just simply think that you go to an event and there's 10,000 people there, and it takes you an hour to get to the nearest wine, and I think there's going to be a backlash in that. How it plays out in terms of overall events, I don't know. I mean, I see smaller is better when it comes to food and wine events in these days. Again, some of those are just too big. Have you been to the one down in Florida, Naples, the big one in Naples?
No, I haven't.
Or Aspen? Have you been to Boston Wine Expo? I mean, you look at that only because we know the business and we know the people. You and I get a little bit better interaction. I think the average person walking in
fighting their way in.
Yeah, and people parked in front of the table of the wine they like, and you got to nudge them. I see that as a change coming. I don't know how it's going to play out.
A good problem to have, right? So if more people are going, it's getting crowded.
Then start another one.
Right? So
make it special. Make it Reds only or something.
Right. So you have a wine becoming more social, maybe getting a little too social, a little too big. Focus. I mean, that's always one thing we talk about online. That generalists it's a little harder to be a generalist online. So with wine, I think what you're saying here is specializing in those events, maybe make it a little bit smaller.
I think so. Make it smaller. Make it. The local movement is a big one. I think that people are more inclined like to give a try to the local wineries. You can do localized. Here's within 20 miles wineries within this area. I think that those could be very interesting and very good for the business as well.
Well, there you have it, folks. Eric Ars, localwineevents.com. Check that out for events near you. Thank you so much, man. Cheers.